Hello everyone, Namaskar. Welcome to my channel Maths Guidance. So today it is the last lecture, that is lecture number 4, and this is question and answer session of the chapter that is coordinate geometry. And we will see all types of questions, that is objective, subjective, 2 marks, 4 marks questions which are being asked in the examination. So examination point of view, this lecture is going to be very important. Please do watch my videos. Thank you very much. So let us start the question and answer session of coordinate geometry. So first of all, I have taken these 6 objective type questions, but these are the basic questions of the chapter. If the theory is clear, then these questions are nothing, but these are also important questions. So let us start. First one is, what is the name of horizontal and vertical lines drawn to determine the position of any point in the Cartesian plane? Okay, so let us start the solution one by one. First one is, so basically we have to write the name of these two lines. This is horizontal line x dash x, and this is vertical line, let us suppose y dash, and this is origin. This is all what we know. So we have to write the name of this horizontal line. So horizontal line is called x-axis. Horizontal line is x-axis, and vertical line is y-axis. Vertical line is y-axis. So this is the solution of question number 1. What is the name? We have to write the name of horizontal and vertical lines. So the horizontal line is called x-axis and vertical line is called y-axis. Now question 2 is, what is the name of each part of the plane formed by these two lines? Okay, so basically these are the four parts, and we have to write the name. As we all know, these are the quadrants. So we can simply write that name of each part of the plane formed is name of each part of the plane formed is quadrant. This is quadrant. There are 4 quadrants, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Each part is called a quadrant. Now let us come to number 3. So question number 3 is, write the name of the point where these two lines intersect. So basically these two lines intersect at the origin. So origin, you can write directly origin. Origin is the point. Origin is the point where these two lines intersect. Okay, now let us come to question number 4. Question number 4 is, the point P minus 5, 3 lies in which quadrant? Okay, minus 5, 3. So first of all we have to understand where will be this minus 5 and 3. So this will be x dash x, y and y dash. This is origin. This here it will be minus 1, and we have to find minus 5, 3. Let us suppose this is minus 5 and this set 3. So basically this point will lie on here. So this is quadrant 2, second quadrant. So the point minus 5, 3 lies on quadrant 2, second quadrant. The point minus 5, 3 lies on quadrant 2. Okay, let's come to the number 5. In which quadrant, number 5, in which quadrant does the point Q 4 minus 6 lie? 4 minus 6. So basically this is 4. Let us do another one. Let us suppose this is 4. Okay, and here it will be minus 6, suppose. So the point will lie here. So quadrant 4. So 4 and minus 6. 4 minus 6 point lies on quadrant 4. Okay, and the last question was, the point C minus 6, 0 lies. So last question, let us write here. The point was minus 6, 0. So as we all know, if this is minus 6, so it will lie on here on x-axis, negative x-axis. So x-axis. point -6, 0 lies on x-axis. X-axis, where is x-axis? In quadrant 2 no, in quadrant 3 no, on the x-axis. So this option is correct. Okay, so option C is correct. Okay, so the 4 building blocks, the 6 questions that were the building blocks of this chapter, the main theory, you can consider this. What is the name of horizontal vertical lines? The names are x-axis and y-axis. What is the name of each part of the plane? This is called quadrant. Write the name of the point. This is called origin. And in which quadrant all these points lie. So we have discussed it thoroughly. So I hope everything is clear. Let's come to next part, next questions. Okay. So let's come to the question number 2. Here we have been given one figure. This is the figure given, and on the basis of this figure we have to answer these 8 questions. See the figure below and write the following: the coordinates of B, the coordinates of C, the point identified by the coordinates -3, -5, the point identified by the coordinates 2, -4, the abscissa of the point D, the ordinate of the point H, the coordinates of the point L, the coordinates of the point M. So one by one we will answer the following questions seeing the figure. Okay, so let us start from question 1. We have to write the coordinates of B. Okay, so here it is B, its coordinate will be -5, and in the y-axis it is 2, so -5, 2. So coordinates of B are -5, 2. You can see point B, it is -5 and it is 2. You can write it. Okay, let us write it here only. Coordinates of B are -5, 2. Now second one is the coordinates of C. Okay, here it is the C, point C. Its x coordinate is 5 and y coordinate is -5. Here it is -5. Okay, so 5, -5. The coordinates of C are 5 and -5. Okay, 5 and -5, 5, -5. Now question number 3. The point identified by the coordinates -3, -5. Okay, let us see where is -3, -5. So here it is -3 and here it is -5. So the point will be E. So point is E. We can directly write point is E. Now question is 4. The point identified by the coordinates 2, -4. So where is 2? Here it is 2, and -4, here it is -4. So G. Point is G. Okay, now let's come to here question 5. The abscissa of the point D. We know what is the abscissa. It is the x coordinate. First of all, let us see where the point D lies. D. So coordinates of point D are 6 and 2. So abscissa will be 6. Abscissa of point D is 6. Okay, now sixth question. The ordinate of the point H. So point H is here. The point is -5 and -3. -5 and -3. So ordinate will be -3. Ordinate is the y coordinate. Ordinate of point H is -3. Okay, the coordinates of the point L. Point L is lying here. X coordinate will be 0 and y coordinate is 3. So L is 0 and 3. I think it is okay. X coordinate will be 0 and y coordinate is 3. The coordinates of the point M. Where is the point M? Here in the x, on the x-axis. It will be -3 and 0. M is -3 and 0. I hope all the answers are clear. Let us revise. We have been given one figure. This is the figure given and various points have been given. We have to identify the following points and answer the questions. The coordinates of B. The coordinates of B will be -5 and 2. Y-axis, y coordinate is 2. X coordinate will be -5. So -5, 2. Coordinates of C. C is lying here. It will be 5, -5. Okay. The point identified by the coordinates -3, -5. So it is point -3 and -5. It is point E. Likewise, 2 and -4. So 2 and -4, it is point G. The abscissa of the point D, it is 6. The ordinate of the point H is here, its ordinate is -3. The coordinates of the point L, it's 0, 3. Point M is -3, 0. Okay. So I hope this question is clear. Now let's move on. Now let us do these 5 questions. Question 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. All are objective type questions. Let us do it. So first one is the points other than the origin for which the abscissa is equal to the ordinate lie in. We have been given 4 options: quadrant 1 only, 1 and 2, quadrant 1 and 3, and quadrants 2 and 4. The question is the points other than the origin for which the abscissa is equal to the ordinate. Okay, let us solve it here. Question 1. Let us suppose these are the 4 quadrants. Okay. The abscissa has to be equal to the ordinate. Suppose this is a point, this is a point, this is a point, this is point. All are in distance of 5, -5, 5 and -5. Okay. Let's suppose this is 5, this is -5, this is 5 and this is -5. This point will have its coordinates 5, 5 as we know. Okay. This point will be -5 and 5. This point will be -5 and -5. And this point will be 5 and -5. So the question was abscissa is equal to the ordinate. So here it is equal and here it is equal. So basically in quadrants 1 and 3, the abscissa is equal to the ordinate. And that is our question. See. The points other than the origin for which the abscissa is equal to the ordinate lie in. So its answer will be quadrants 1 and 3. Okay. Quadrants 1 and 3 where the abscissa is equal to the ordinate. Quadrants 1 and 3. Let us move on to question number 2. So question 2 was the perpendicular distance of the point A75 from y-axis is. We know by the definition that the perpendicular distance of any point from y-axis is its x coordinate. So here it is 7. So 7 will be the answer. 7. The perpendicular distance from y-axis. We know that perpendicular distance from y-axis is equal to x coordinate. X coordinate. And here that is equal to 7. This we have read in the first lecture. The perpendicular distance from the y-axis equal to x coordinate and the perpendicular distance from the x-axis is equal to y coordinate. So I hope you remember this one. Now let's come to the question 3. A point both of whose coordinates are negative lies in quadrant 1, 2, 3 or 4. Both of whose coordinates are negative. Okay. We know this one. Sign convention of the quadrants, it was here plus plus, here it was minus plus, here it was minus minus, and here it was plus minus. And our question is, our negative lies in quadrant 3. Okay. So a point both of whose coordinates are negative lies in quadrant 3. So this is C1, quadrant 3. Okay. So let's do the 4th question. What is the 4th question? Abscissa of a point is positive in quadrant 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2, quadrants 1 and 4. Abscissa of a point is positive. We can tell from this one, this also. Abscissa means x coordinate, positive here and positive here. So quadrants 2 and 4. Quadrants 2 and 4. 2 and 4 where the abscissa will be positive. Abscissa is positive. So quadrants 1 and 4. 1 and 4, 1 and 4. Okay, positive in quadrants 1 and 4, so this will be the answer. Abscissa is positive in quadrants 1 and 4. Okay, fifth one, the coordinates of 2 points are this and this, then abscissa of A minus abscissa of B. First of all, we have to see what is abscissa. Abscissa is x coordinate, so abscissa of A will be 3 and abscissa of B will be minus 2. Now we have to do this one. Okay, so abscissa of A equal to, let us write it, abscissa of A minus abscissa of B. This was the question. So abscissa of A is 3 minus, that is minus 2, that is equal to 3 plus 2, that is equal to 5. So the answer will be, I think this one, 5. So these are the simple 5 questions, but we need to understand the theory very well before answering these questions. So I hope if you have seen my videos, lecture 1, 2, 3, then this will be quite helpful. And these are all questions from R.S. Agarwal and NCERT textbook also, mixed questions. And I hope these are very good for your preparation, for your refreshment. Okay, so let's move forward. Now let us solve these problems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. Let us solve one by one, and after this we will go on to some subjective type questions. So question 1 is, which of the points A, B, C, D and E does not lie on x-axis? So let us plot the points. Okay, let us plot the points, we will understand. The point A is 0, 6. Suppose this is 6, so the point A will lie here. Okay, the point B is minus 2, 0. Suppose this one is minus 2, so the point B will lie here, minus 2, 0. C is 0, minus 5. Suppose it is here, so point C will lie here. Now D 3, 0. Suppose this is 3, then point D will lie here. And E is 1, 2. Suppose this is 1, 2, so point E will lie here. Now the question is, which of the points does not lie on x-axis? Okay, so A, C and E does not lie on x-axis. A, C and E points does not lie on x-axis. Only 2 points B and D will lie on x-axis. So A, C and E. So A, C and E, so option C is correct. Okay, this was question 1. Now let us see question 2. Which of the following points lie on the line y equal to 2x plus 3? Simply we will put the x, value of x, then we see whether this comes out or not, value of y. We will check all this for, and we can tell. So the given line is y equal to 2x plus 3. Now option 1 was 2 and 8. So if x equal to 2, then y is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 plus 3, that is equal to 4 plus 3 is 7. So option 1 was 2, 8. So this point will not lie on this line. Okay, now option B, this was 1. Option B was 3 and 9. When x equal to 3, then y equal to 3 multiplied by 2 plus 3, that is equal to 6 plus 3, that is equal to 9. So this point will lie, 3 and 9. Similarly, if you check 4 and 12, when you put 4 to the 8 plus 3, 11, it will not lie. And 5 and 15, if we put 5 to the 10 plus 3, 13, so it will not lie. So only this point will lie on the line this. Okay. Now question 3. If A is less than 0 and B less than 0, then the point PAB lies in, basically less than 0 means it is negative. So if both are negative, so the point will lie on quadrant 3, as we all know, quadrant 3. Okay, in quadrant 3 both the abscissa and ordinate of a point are negative, you all know. Okay, now the fourth one, the area of the triangle OAB with OAB coordinates are given is this. Let us solve this one. Let us suppose this is x-axis, okay, this is y-axis, these are the coordinates, and the points are O is origin, so it is here O. Point A is 40. Let us suppose this is 40. Point A. Point A is 40. Point B is 06. So point B will lie somewhere here, 06. So if you form a triangle OAB, so its area we have to find. So the triangle will be like this. This will be the triangle OAB. Its area of triangle equal to half of base into height. Half base into height, we all know. And what is the base here? Base is 4. And what is the height here? The perpendicular height 6. So it will be 12 square units. Simple one. So its answer will be 12 square units. Now fifth question. State whether true or false. The mirror image of the point A 4 5 in the x-axis is a dash minus 4 5, and similarly the mirror image of the point A 4 5 in the y-axis is a dash. So basically we have to find the mirror images on x-axis and y-axis of the same point. Okay, so let us do it. Suppose these are the coordinate axes like this, and the point is 4 5. Let us suppose it is here, the point is here, A 4 5. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So its mirror image on the x-axis will lie somewhere here. Its mirror image on x-axis will lie here, and the coordinates of this point will be 4 and minus 5, because here in quadrant 4 y coordinate is negative. Okay, so 4 and minus 5, and what we have been given, the mirror image of the point A in the axis is minus 4 and 5, so this is not true. So first one is not true, so A is false. The statement is false. Let us suppose B1. The mirror image of the point A 4 5 in the y-axis is minus 4 5. If this is the point, so in y-axis its mirror image will come somewhere like this, here. Somewhere here it will come, and its coordinates will be x-axis minus and y-axis plus, because it is in quadrant 2. Okay, this is a dash, this is a dash. So in y-axis its mirror image will be minus 4 and 5, and we have been given minus 4 and 5, so this is true. So statement B is true. Okay, now let us move on to some subjective type questions. Now let us solve this question number 5. It's a subjective type question. Okay, the three vertices of a rectangle ABCD are A 2 2, B minus 3 2, and C minus 3 5. Plot these points on a graph paper and find the coordinates of D, the fourth vertex. Also find the area of the rectangle ABCD. Okay, so it is basically a rectangle. Now let us plot the points. Let us draw here x-axis. This is x-axis, and let us draw the y-axis. Okay, no problem. Y dash, this is x dash and x. So the points are A 2 2. Okay, let us first 1 2 3 4 5, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5, 1 2 3 4 5, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5, 1 2 3 4 5, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4, 1 2 3 4 5, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5. Okay, so point A is 2 2. Here it is 2, here it is 2, so this will be point A. point A. This will be 2, 2. Okay, clear. Point B minus 3, 2. Point B minus 3 and 2. So here it will be minus 3 and 2. Point B minus 3 and 2. Okay. Point C is minus 3 and 5. Minus 3 and 5. So it will be just above this one. Minus 3 and 5. Let us suppose this one. Point C minus 3 and 5. So point A, B and C we have plotted. Now we have to find the coordinates of D. Coordinates of D. D will lie somewhere here. Because the clue is given that these are the three vertices of a rectangle. Okay. So let us draw like the lines like this. So point D will lie somewhere above this one. Okay, like this. This will be point D, and we have to find its coordinates. Find the coordinates of D. Also find the area of the rectangle ABCD. ABCD, we have to find the area of the rectangle. Okay, we know the abscissa of this point D will same A. This will be just above this point, so it will be 2. And what will be the ordinate, that is y coordinate? It will be this 5. Same. This will be in same height. This 5. Okay. Now, okay. So the coordinates of point D we have found. Coordinates of point D are 2 and 5. 2 and 5. It will be just above this one. Its x coordinate will be 2. Here it is 2. And y coordinate will be 5, as we can see from this rectangle. Now we have to find the area of the rectangle ABCD. So what is the area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle is this length into breadth. Okay. So area of rectangle ABCD. Area of rectangle ABCD will be equal to AB multiplied by BC. We can write AB multiplied by BC, or you can also write AB multiplied by AD. AB multiplied by AD. AB multiplied by AD or BC. This will be same because these opposite sides are equal in a rectangle. Okay. So now let us find AB. AB will be equal to AB. AB will be equal to, let us take this point L, this point M. Okay. So AB will be equal to BL plus LA. BL plus LA. And what is BL? It is 3. Okay. The point is minus 3. So this distance will be 3. We will take positive distance 3, and here it will be 2. So basically 3 plus 2, that is equal to 5. 5 unit. So AB equal to 5. Now what is BC? What is BC? This point will be 5. The y coordinate will be 5. From here you can check, this will be 5 and this will be 2. Because we have this, we have to find in x-axis, and this we have to check in y-axis, because we have to find the difference. So basically this point is 5 and this point is 2. So this distance will be 5 minus 2, that is 3. Okay. So that will be, if this is the origin, this is L, this is M. So basically OM minus OL. OM minus OL. OM minus OL, that is equal to 5 minus 2, that is equal to 3 unit. This will be 3 unit. This is 5 and this is 2 y-axis. So 5 minus 2 is 3. This portion will be 3. You have to find this one. So it will be 3. So now area of rectangle equal to, area will be equal to AB multiplied by BC, that is equal to 5 multiplied by 3, that is equal to 15 square units. This will be our answer. Okay, I think it is clear. Now let us solve the last question of this session. The question is like this: the three vertices of a square ABCD are A 3 2, B minus 2 2 and D 3 minus 3. Plot these points on a graph. Two times I have written this. And hence find the coordinates of C. Also find the area of the square ABCD. Okay. First let us draw this on the graph. Let us plot the points. Let us suppose this is x dash x, this is y, y dash, this is origin O. The points are A 3 2. Okay, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. This will be 1 2 3, this will be 1 2 3, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, minus 1 minus 2 and minus 3. The first point is A 3 2. Here it is 3, here it is 2. So this is A 3 2. B is minus 2 2. So minus 2 and 2. So B will be here. B minus 2 and 2. D is 3 minus 3. D is 3 and minus 3. So it will lie here. D 3 minus 3. Now we have to find the point C, coordinates of point C and the area of the square ABCD. Okay, so let us first draw this, join these points. Okay, since this is a square, you can clearly do this. You can clearly complete the square. It will be like this. Okay, so this will be point C. And what will be the coordinates of point C? It will be same like here. It is minus 2, and the y coordinate will be minus 3. Since this lie on this third quadrant, so minus 2 minus 3. So coordinates of point C. Coordinates of point C are minus 2 minus 3. Now we have to find the area of the square. So area of the square equal to area of a square ABCD. We know that the area of a square equal to side square. That is equal to, let us suppose this one is a side. Let us suppose this is L. CD is a side. So CD is square. And what is the value of CD? Here it is 2. At distance of 2, we will not take minus, we will take plus. So 2, and here it will be 3. So 2 plus 3 whole square, that is equal to 5 whole square, that is equal to 25 square units. Okay, this will be our answer. So 25 square units. It's an easy one. Just we have to draw the point here. We have to find the coordinates as per the rule of a square. The coordinates of this will be the same. X coordinate will be same here, minus 2. Y coordinate will be same here, minus 3. So now we will have to find the area. The length is 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 equal to 5. Everywhere, any side you can take. If you take this side AD, so this will be 2 and this will be 3, 5. Okay. This side 5, 5, 5, 5. Every side it will be 5. So area will be 5 square, that is 25 square units. Okay. So guys, we have taken lots of questions, 2 subjective questions and I think lots of objective questions, and I hope this is more than enough for this chapter, coordinate geometry. And I have taken all sorts of questions, all types of questions from R.S. Agarwal and from the NCERT textbook also, and this is enough, I think. And I hope you have liked the videos, you have watched all the videos, and please watch my videos till the end. It will be helpful for you, for class 9th students, and also for those students who want to see these things. So this was the end of chapter 3, and that is coordinate geometry, and hopefully very soon we are going to start chapter 4. So please stay tuned on my channel, on my videos, and thanks for giving the time to this channel. Thank you very much.